an abstraction of Team Wawa here for sure as we get set. Game number 1. Time to control the zones here in Mako Mart. Price check on Splat zones. That's so. Breaking out the GooTuber. Are you actually kidding me? That's so. Goodness gracious. Apparently he's not. And here we go. The undercover Brella. The Sorella, or whatever that is. Yeah, it's an undercover. Whatever. Either way. Here we go. And now the ballpoint splatling of Astro gets taken out in short order. And then the Kensa Splattershot Jr. being broken out as well. Opposing them is the Vanilla Splattershot Jr. Yeah, that can only be one person, and that's Muddy Jr. That's so with the GooTuber. Feeling the full wrath as well as Snorlax guy. And he gets taken out eventually, does Muddy Jr. And that Booyah Bomb, man, that Booyah Bomb has changed the landscape of Splat Zone so much. It's basically the closest thing that you're going to get to the Ink Strike in Splatoon 1. So, it has, oh, wow, that's so, oh, he could not run away from the Splat Bombs. Muddy Jr. doing some work with the oldest weapon in the game. I mean, that Splattershot Jr. has seen some things for certain. And with all the weapons that you can get, it's good to see someone doing so well with the very first one. Now Muddy Jr. Oh, man, he's just sneaking up behind everyone. They don't have a chance, do they? That's so, and Astro almost fell victim to a torpedo, but he does well to identify the threat. Oh, he works so well in close quarters, takes out Snorlax guy. Could he get the full team wipe? And indeed he cannot. No, the GooTuber of that so getting broken out and unleashing the dragon. The baller will relinquish control from the clutches of Team MK. And I'm not pronouncing that whole thing. It's MK. We're going to go with MK. And not Meta Knight either. It's just MK. And now they are in control is Team Wawa. They are rolling through. Tags him with the ballpoint splat lane and receiving just a little bit of assistance at the end. In soccer, that's known as a poacher's goal. And Muddy Jr. in close quarters, there are very few people more dangerous. Certainly on the East Coast. Oh, that torpedo coming through, man. Holy smokes, that thing just sneaks up on you, doesn't it? Like a torpedo from out of a U-boat. You just don't see it coming. And then the splat coming through. Astro feeling the full wrath of that Splattershot Jr. And he is back on the field. It is 4-3, an advantageous position for Team Wawa. But MK, that's a trade that I think they'll take. Snorlax guy doing well to finally stop the rampage of Muddy. And the Ink Strike might as well be the Ink Strike. The Booyah Bomb will provide the advantage needed. Oh, Athena! Holy smokes! The goddess of sniping, apparently, and takes out her opposition there. Athena controlling the zone, looking to get a good aim on that Inkjet, but not finding much of anything. Decides to take initiative and clear out the club with that baller, but there's only so much you can do. That Splattershot Jr., the Kensa Jr. of Snorlax guy, providing just the right amount of assistance and the bubbles as a preventative measure. Looking to get some assistance in popping from Astro, but MK is going to take out. Oh, that Booyah Bomb, though, is coming through and decides to clear out his local area. And it does not work. There's a 3-2 advantage on the field. Now, it's evened up in very short order, but the advantages or control of the field is still had by Team Wawa. Though Muddy Jr. certainly has something to say about that. Rolls in and just rolls up with the crew. Guns blazing, and that's how he takes back the zones. That was some die-hard level stuff right there. And now Sauce with that undercover Brella comes through and going to use that baller. It does not take anyone out, but he does eventually get Muddy Jr. It's a 2-2 score on the field, 2-1 now. And green team, Team Wawa, they're looking for more than just control of the zone. They're looking to take it and not relinquish it at all, and indeed, that's what they'll need to do if they want to get victory here. They're within 10 points here. Takes out Muddy Jr., does that so, and MK as well. The triple from that so. Goodness gracious, great balls of ink. That's how you do it. The triple from that so with the GooTuber. I apologize. I will never make fun of the GooTuber again, because that was an absolute tube of destruction from that so at the end. 13 splats to complement 11 from Sauce. That is how they go up 1-0 at the very last second. Holy smokes. Can you believe it? Team Wawa putting in that work. And I thought for sure that MK had it, but that last-minute push, especially with Muddy Jr. coming in through on the front lines, just barreling in with that Splattershot Jr. It's so hard to negotiate up close, and he works so well with a limited amount of space. He is not claustrophobic at all, let me tell you, and it showed in that last match, but ultimately was pushed back out by the distancing weapons, eventually Astro providing that assistance on the back line, but then of course, that triple with the GooTuber, and that's so helping out his stats a little bit too, but ultimately getting the victory for his team. Yeah, no, I know that was a laugher, Meatloaf. I'm not sure that was the best call I could have made in the world, but that's what we're going to go with, you know. So once again, folks, thank you for joining us. Twitch.tv/bros_calamity Clam Blitz on Camp Triggerfish. Now that is going to be interesting. Just especially, we have already seen Triggerfish earlier today, but Team Wawa up 1-0 in this best-of-5 set. We're going to see how they fare here, and not sure if do we have an update on the bracket, because I still don't have anything here. I never got anything. Really? Huh. All right, so the update is that Smash GG is dumb, so apologies for that. Regardless of that, though, you are watching Philly Switch versus number 12 live from Splatboro, Pennsylvania. Wawa, that's so. You know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Go with the GooTuber. And here we go. The GooTuber, the custom blaster. Oh, excuse me, the blaster from Distance coming out. The Kensa Splattershot Jr. and the custom Jet Squelcher as well. Astro looking to take out some of his opponents, and indeed he does. Snorlax guy just rolling through, and yeah, he don't care. He'll break out those bubbles, pop the bubbly, you just went up. But of course, as we learned from last time, just because you have an early lead does not mean that you're going to get the win. I mean, I'm still not quite over that. MK gets taken out by Astro and that Jet Squelcher, providing just enough assistance. He's going to hunt down that Power Clam, and he does indeed take out Muddy. He's hitting up MC as well. He gets himself some, he's doing him some work, and he will guard that Power Clam with his Inkling Life. Sauce coming through with the slam dunk. Holy smokes, that could have matched anything Vince Carter threw down back in the day. Maybe not Vince Carter, but certainly about on the levels of Andre Iguodala. He should have won that contest in 05. It's whatever. That's neither here nor there, folks. Either way, MC with the dually Squelchers. He's joined by a Jet Squelcher, a custom Jet Squelcher of his own, as well as the Blaster and the Forge Splattershot Pro. That's over on the other side, of course. Opposite of Wawa, Team MK. And Astro. He sees the Power Clam behind him. He's going to reposition himself. Oh, and he eventually gets splatted by Muddy Jr. That's a trade that I think that he'll take with that Range Blaster. So the Range Blaster and custom Jet Squelchers are going to be the one thing that these two teams have in common. I guess the two things I guess you could say, and in fact would say accurately, more accurately than I did. The forward splatter shot pro from MK13. Usually we see that so with it, but he's doing work with the GooTuber. Who can and what can you say? He has 6 kills thus far. 6 splats, excuse me. You don't get killed, you get splatted. Astro coming through with that jet squelcher. As good a backline player as you will find in the Northeast corridor, and indeed proving it here. Takes down Athena, and he has 14 splats thus far. He's leading the team. Muddy Jr. coming through, however, and he gets rocked by Snorlax guy, who will eventually get splatted by MC. And it's about 4-2 on the field, and indeed it's exactly 4-2 on the field. And in favor of MK now, as they were trying to make that push forward, not finding anything. Oh, he's 1 clam away. And he will get splatted by that Stingray, well timed by Astro. And he gets Athena as well, so 4-2 once again. Wait, that's almost a full team wipe for Astro, but he will be pushed back and separated from his team. You don't want to split that party by the double Ink Storms. He did not see that coming, and that provided just enough assistance for MC to take him out with those dually squelchers. And MK, oh man, you could call that a 3-pointer for sure. He hit that from distance. I mean, he did the pull-up jumper and everything. That was some Steph Curry kind of stuff. Uh-oh. Throwing in some more clams, trying to get some more points on the board, but Muddy Jr. was spotted and disposed of in short order. Snorlax guy gonna collect the clams. The quote-unquote pity clam. Snorlax guy kind of circling around it, but they know that they're going to need there's some room with which to move if they are going to go forward. Taking a look at the positioning of everyone on the field. Oh, the splat down. Holy smokes. That's so straight up stomps out that Inkling trying to oppose him. MC with the Ink Storm. That's going to help push forward, or at least push back a little bit from the resistance that Team Wawa has been providing. Team Wawa, though, they do have the lead, and I think they'll be okay with that. And indeed they will be, as long as they can take care of whatever preventative measures will be necessary here. Is that going to do it? Indeed it is. They had no more power clams to take to the basket, and Team Wawa, well, that's how they go up 2-0. Not quite in as exciting fashion, but a 42-29 victory. A win is a win, and that's it is what it is, and it do what it be. Astro with his 20 splats will certainly tell you that. And accompanied by 15 and 13 to go along with it. They were just taking people out right and left, getting off to that early start. That was crucial for their victory. And, of course, Snorlax guy getting in everyone's face in that particular matchup, providing just enough assistance, and, of course, getting some splats of his own. So, beautiful stuff from Snorlax guy and really everyone involved. But, MC Athena was doing a pretty good job, but just was not as pronounced as she was the last match in that Splat Zone's Mako Mart. But that's there's only so much you can do. You can't win them all, obviously. So Tower of Control at Muscle Forge Fitness. That is now. This is where things get interesting, because Tower Control already a pretty. I guess it varies from stage to stage for sure. But hey, if you would like. Yeah, for sure. Joining me on commentary at this time. Y'all know her. Y'all love her. Go ahead. You can go ahead and introduce yourself, though. Yeah, come on.
I'm Shinzi, and I'm the Charger.
Yeah, we saw that, and we saw you putting in that work with as part of Team Ace. Now, go ahead and take us through the last set that we saw you on stream with against Team Wawa. And it's not often that we see people like Astro and that's so on the losing end of things, but you keeping them at a distance, outranging them with that Charger. You were hitting pretty much every single shot that you took, but that last minute shot especially in Splat Zones, game number 1.
Oh, are you
at
talking about like
Piranha-
between the bubbles?
Yeah, between the bubbles.
God, I call that mostly lucky.
I mean, hey, you know what? No, come on, play it up a little bit.
I mean,
you got that.
I don't know. I mean,
It worked out, is what
Yeah,
is
yeah.
the important thing. Well, time to ride the tower here at Muscle Forge Fitness for game number 3. Team Wawa looking for the sweep. MK, they're just looking to get on the board. Muddy Jr. and company, he's breaking out the splatter shot this time, not going with the Junior. And he's joined by a Firefin Charger, a Kensa Splatter Shot Pro, as well as the Tri-Slosher as well as, is that? Yeah. Yeah, no. Pardon my French. I don't know. It's all Greek to me. That so gets taken out by Athena with that Charger.
them peak shots, those are pretty good.
And no, nothing to mess with that Charger is Athena, and she's just sitting on the tower, no fear whatsoever, and they've already got that counter halfway down and past the second checkpoint. That's so, and Co just not able to do much of anything. They keep getting pushed back. MC looking to join his team, but I'm not sure they really need his help right now. But the double splat. Astro, and that's so doing just enough from distance, but they retake the tower anyway. What is going on with Team Wawa right now?
The GooTuber is like pulling out the shots too. I see that.
Yeah, it's just such a strange sentence to say. But at the same time, they could just let that tower reset, but they really don't want to take any chances in letting them letting Team MK retake it. And now Sauce, they do get their own points on the board. They have the counter. They've got 15 points exactly right now, but Athena gets taken out, but not before splatting someone of her own. It's 1-2 on the field, although it will shortly be joined by that so Will Snorlax guy, who's riding the tower and getting it down. Oh, but he's going to get taken out, or at least that's so. And of course, Sauce was as well. So they are going to retake that. So they are going to retake the tower. Is Team MK, but take us through the beginning part of that match as they retake it. What was MK doing so well that you saw to push back Team Wawa so efficiently?
I don't know. It's kind of partly. Are we talking about this match?
Yes, this one.
Yeah, I was not paying attention as much. I'm still not used to being on screen help.
Hey, fair enough. No. It's all good. It's all good. Either way, they're past checkpoint 3. They're going to put more points on the board. A potential knockout victory for MK here. Could it be in the cards? Muddy Jr. pushing it back all the way up. It would be a 96-29 victory for Team MK if this were to hold. And of course, Sauce and his teammates would have something to say about that. That's a trade that I think that they'll take. But it is 3-1 on the field. This is the push that they are going to need. They're going to let the tower reset, but I don't think it's going to push. I don't think it's going to push up too much, unless, of course, they can get the splats necessary to push. To get rid of all that purple ink. Let's be real, because they are doing a very good job of providing ink coverage here, Shinzi.
Yeah, and the blaster's like shutting everyone down too. It looks like, which is really good, especially for tower control.
Seems that way. Muddy Jr. muddying the waters there for Team Wawa, and he's trying to retreat, but there's only so much you can do. That range blaster, as you mentioned, blasters being very, very pronounced, and always have been in tower control, but range blaster of oh my goodness gracious. Once again, Athena. These Chargers are doing Snorlax guy dirty today. He is not a fan of the Charger, I don't think.
I mean, sometimes you just get those days, you know?
Yeah, you know, it's just another day where you get hit in the face with a Charger. It's all good in the hood. But either way, Snorlax guy trying to approach. Aggressive. Oh, good tacticianry, but eventually will get taken out by MK with the close range Tri-Slosher, and he will get taken out from distance as well by that heavy Splatling. Of course, Astro, we know him so well for his play on the back line. And we've seen him play Charger a little bit as well to varied effect. But, Muddy Jr., yeah, you don't want to see him approaching you.
Yeah, was that just like a double right there?
That was, in fact, a double. Muddy Jr., holy smokes, man. That guy is just ridiculous. And he's going to retreat just a little bit. All he has to do is hold the lead.
He's flanking.
Yeah, no, I mean, all he has to do is hold the lead. He's just hunting. He's just poaching right now. Yeah, there you go. That's how you do it.
Classic frontliner.
And that is how they retake it with the classic vanilla splatter shot. Tag him with the burst bomb and then hit him with the shots. 96-29 is the final score for this tower control game number 3. And MK, far more convincing this round than the last. He gets 22 splats for his team, Muddy with 19.
Yeah, the winning team was a lot more like consistent with their positioning and stuff like that. I noticed.
Seemed that way, but at the same time, really for any Inkling involved, you do have to get those splats at the end of the day, and you can only do that if you position yourself correctly and coordinate with your team. And it looked really like MK was just communicating a whole lot better than they were the last 2 games.
Yeah, it seems like they're getting the hang of like playing with each other.
It sure seems that way. So yeah, no, Astro is a pretty good sniper. We've seen him. We know that he mains the splat lanes, but we have seen him on.
We got
Sniper
Athena
in the
over
past.
here.
Athena, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, those were some sick snipes.
Thank you. I've been running a sniper since the beginning of the first game, so I got a lot of experience there.
Yeah, I just don't know
It
how
showed.
to do like.
It
how do you
showed
do
for sure.
scope?
Thank you.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
There you go. And that was Athena. It's a little mid-set encouragement. Good stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that's a good thing. That's a good thing to do, though. So that was before this. You were playing. Who was it that you were playing? Did you already play your game too?
I was playing against Team Wawa.
Team Wawa. No. I mean, are all these matches gonna be on stream?
Yep, there's 1 more match.
Okay, there's one more. No, I meant like what? Who were you playing? Not Team Wawa, but who was the other team that you were playing? Oh wait, are there only 3?
Yeah, there's only 3.
Okay, my bad. I thought there were 4.
So Team Ace, which is her team.
Yes.
Played Wawa, and then her team will then play MKV13 next.
Okay. No, rad. All right. So MK, they're finally getting used to each other. Yeah, you mentioned that, and this is indeed the second match for Astro and Co, aka Team Wawa. But what are you seeing from both of these teams that could be problematic for your match coming up? Let's start with Team Wawa.
That YouTuber is fearful.
No, you're not wrong.
Yeah. That blaster too. I'm having confused on who's which team, but I'm just noticing from like that blaster, that YouTuber, that what we just saw, the splatter shot.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, the splatter shot was Muddy Jr.
Oh, yeah,
and yeah,
right,
one of the better frontliners on the East Coast for sure.
Seriously.
And that's we have seen him put together some great performances. In fact, one of the more infamous sets that we have called thus far was one where Muddy Jr. won the whole tournament by getting 33 splats at once. Yeah, 33 splats in one go, and basically getting 2 full team wipes by himself with a blaster up close. So he's no stranger to this, and he's breaking out the NZAP 85. Provide a little bit of turf coverage, why not? And is definitely important in Rainmaker. They're going to be making it rain in Gobi Arena this time. So talk about the dynamics of this zone in particular when it relates to Rainmaker.
Oh, there's I believe there's 3 routes you can go. There's either to the right, up the ramp, up the tower, and then from the left, or in the middle, up the steps.
Any preferred route for you?
It depends on the weapon comp, but to the left and the middle is a very good option, and you just kind of use the tower one if you basically, they don't see it.
Oh, he misses the jump, however, and Sauce, he's going to try that again, and he's trying to get sneaky with it, but just not able to do so. Could have used some more of that swim speed, but he does make it that time. And he's going to be taking a task. but he makes it through somehow, ticking away, and that's 41 points on the board before he's put a stop to by MK with that Kensa sloshing machine. And of course, assisting him on his side are two more Kensa weapons, a Charger and a Splattershot Pro in that order, as well as the NZAP 85 of Muddy. You know, we actually had so many, they were really coordinating, Muddy. Like, why did you have to go and ruin that? Come on.
Yeah.
We could have been matching. It could have been fabulous. But regardless of that, no such camaraderie on the side of Team Wawa, where they have a Splash-O-Matic. I believe that was that Snorlax guy that's playing that. Well, right now he's wielding the Rainmaker, but that's neither here nor there. Oh, he gets a face full of N-Zap by Muddy, as well as the Splattershot Pro from MC. And of course, assisting him, assisting Team Wawa, is that Brella, the undercover Brella, and the Dually Squelchers, and the heavy Splat. So as we're seeing the, or is that a ballpoint? Am I just misseeing it? Oh, it's the Hero.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever. Oh, you beat Hero mode. Isn't that fancy?
Wait, are you talking about the Splatling? I don't think that's a Hero one.
Is it not?
No, it's a vanilla. Hero, the Hero Splatling has...
Right, okay.
Horizontal.
I'm sitting a little further away from... for some reason, I'm looking at the smaller screen. You can't see the stream setup at home. But yeah, I could have just been looking here. I don't know why I wasn't. Regardless of that, Sauce. Holy smokes, that had some ghost pepper in it. That was a spicy one. But Athena winds up taking him out with that Splat Charger. It is 3-4 on the field now, and Sauce. They're just trying to prevent the charge from happening. Uh-oh, the 2-2 on the field could be advantageous for the green team, but that is a team wipe. They just could not get the splat. That's so getting right up in their face, and wisely so.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a minor setback due to the team wipe, but we'll see how it goes.
And if you're wondering who they're cheering for in the chat, Shinzy, it turns out it's you. So you definitely have some fans out there.
Well, actually, I have people from my group, my Splatoon group, watching this. So
right on.
So shout out to Milo, maybe Jim if he's watching.
Absolutely, and they can all follow me on Twitter at @StuTheAnnouncer. Anyway, sorry, that's I get into self-promotion mode. It's hard to break out.
They were complimenting you. They said you were good. They liked your metaphors.
Oh, I do appreciate that. Muddy Jr., holy smokes, like a snake in the grass, coils up and strikes. And could he get another one here? But that's so. He sees him coming that time, and it's still the 41-14 advantage being provided here in favor of Team Wawa. That's so and company putting in that work, and that Charger has a special ready, but oh, Athena gets taken out, as does Muddy Jr. If blue team wants to make another push, now would be the time to do it, but they will in fact let it reset. And why wouldn't they? I mean, it gives them a chance to establish the line and push it up just a little bit further. But turns out they might not even get the chance to do that, because Muddy Jr. is going to take the Rainmaker, and this could be their last stand here. There's only 17 seconds to go, 60-15. See, this is why you don't count live. Oh, but they're going to lose the Rainmaker. Beautiful defense by Team Wawa. Is this going to be the coup de grace administered here? 3 seconds to go. Athena gets taken out by that so. The double by that so.
So close to a triple right there.
Well, you know what? What I can tell you, one thing is for sure, got triple points. A 3-1 victory for Team Wawa by a score of 41-22 in Rainmaker. The Red Matt, thank you for the compliment, my man. Or person. I don't really know. Either way.
Yeah, person.
I'm not one to assume.
Yeah,
so
don't assume.
Yeah.
Never assume.
Fair enough. Absolutely. So that is how it ends up. By a score of 3-1, Team Wawa will go undefeated through this. Well, not undefeated, actually. That's their first win because you beat them.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing is that sometimes they just look so dominant, you just wonder why or how they could ever lose, and then you remember, oh, yeah, that's right, they lost to Team Ace. So you're going to be playing MK13, I guess, for they're trying to play spoiler. You're trying to play for the tournament victory.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that frontliner is something I have to watch out for.
Muddy Jr. for sure. Yeah, and the thing is, he usually plays the Vanilla Splattershot Jr. So
Oh yeah.
that is the very first weapon.
I see that it takes a
got.
lot of detours, so that's good to know. Like always watch your backs.
Yeah, no, he definitely likes to flank. He's very aggressive. He's very in your face. Though I will say when you're approaching with someone like that, does that throw you off of your game plan a little bit, or is that the sort of thing that with the proper planning in place from the rest of your team that you feel like you can negotiate?
I don't know. Honestly, I'm still not used to fighting off against like flankers, so sometimes they will mess me up. But I mean that's why I always make sure to keep an eye out. But like I always have to either move or hope to God I can shoot them. So.
Fair enough. I mean that would usually stop them is the sniper rifle to the face. So
Yeah.
there's
it's just rather can you charge up before they get you.
Fair enough. And folks, alongside Shinzy, I am Stu the announcer. I will wish you the best of luck
Yeah,
in
thank
your
you.
upcoming match. But frankly, when you have skill, who needs luck? You got it. And folks, thank you once again for joining us. Twitch.tv/bros_calamity. Jay Moosh is helping me out behind the desk. And I'm going to ask him one time, hit him with the ad slides. He already knows. What can I say? Bros Calamity VoDs. That's where you're watching this on YouTube. That's where we're watching the highlights and highlights.